Yes guys, welcome to my channel. This is Akim. This tutorial will be learning how we can create and host website for free and also get our free domain name, which means we'll be customizing our domain name as we want. Yes, but before we move on, I would like us to quickly check this out. This is an amazing website, uniquetech.com.ng, where you get, you know, latest technology news, gists, tips, and orders. Also, you have the opportunity to take free courses on Udemy, courses on HTML and CSS, PHP, web development, WordPress. Also, design, hacking, IT certification, marketing and SEO, and other courses. You can also follow the social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Telegram. Yes, so that's how it is. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Now we'll be looking at how we can create and host free website on the internet. So this is how it is. For people that are trying to learn web development, or probably trying to start their blog and they are not sure if they are going to get money out of it. To me, it doesn't make sense if they start by spending this buying domain, paying hosting companies and all the stuffs. But here they have the opportunity of, putting it into practical for free of charge. Um, if you have money, then I'll suggest you go for one of these hosting companies, and then you host your website, buy your domains, and then you'll be able to enjoy premium offers. Okay, like this is a company. This is ugohost.ng. They have their cPanel hosting for from 500 naira monthly. You know, and then they have the dedicated WordPress hosting for about 1,600 naira monthly. You can pay monthly and then you can pay yearly. Also, you can also host your email for as low as 500 naira monthly. You can also do a site builder. They will help you, to build your website the way you want it with as low as 1,300 naira monthly. Yeah. Also, we have international hosting. They have shared hosting, reseller, WordPress hosting as well, email hosting. They also have VPS and also dedicated. We'll be making another video on hosting itself, so we get to understand various hosting service you can actually do to suit your business or your applications that you're trying to host on the website. So having said that, we'll move to the domain names. Now, what are domain names? Domain names are actually names, the site URL that you hear, like google.com, yahoo.com, uniquetech.com.ng. So these are the unique names given to this website. So to avoid conflict. So somebody trying to access your website, probably your name is John, and then you give your website john.com.ng. Simply give the person the URL and the person will type it in the browser, and then we get to just like mine, I have a CV website like just like salemonakim.com.ng. So I hit enter, and then it's just going to load up, and then it's not going to load up any other thing apart from my website. So that is what we mean by domain name. These are actually not free. You buy domain names from these hosting companies, but for this tutorial we'll be using the free versions. Okay, so we might not be able to get .com, .ng, or probably .co.uk or all those extensions for free, but then we'll surely get one for free. Now, hosting. Now, if you have a website, that people can actually type in your domain name and then they get to those resources. Those resources are actually stored somewhere, and that is the service those hosting companies are giving you. They are keeping your files, for you, and then you'll be able to access it anytime you want, and people can also access it from them. Okay. So, and then the cPanel is like a control panel, is a control panel actually, which you can manage your files, manage your domain, and etc. Okay, this Softaculous apps installer is actually an application installer that you have on your control panel. This is just a feature that helps you install a bunch of software like install your WordPress, install BuddyPress, and all those applications and the rest. Now let's start by having our domain name. We'll be using two websites actually in order to achieve this. One, to get the domain name, and then two, to get the hosting. Now we'll start by getting our domain name. Now for this class, we'll be using Freenom. There are actually other ones, but I prefer Freenom because it's quite easy, doesn't waste your time, gets you the domain, and you're good to go. So in order to get our domain, we need to find a name. We need to look up for a name. If the name is available, then we use it. So in this case, in this tutorial case, we'll be looking at probably unique. Let's look at unique tech. Let's search for unique tech. Let's see if anyone is available for unique tech. So you click on check availability to know if it's available or not. This TKMLGA. So good. UniqueTech.ga is available. So we just go for that. So before we go, I would like us to understand that I wouldn't advise TK if you are, you know, trying to host with the same, hosting company that will be hosting with on this lesson, because it's like this particular extension has been blacklisted. So you can go for any other one apart from .tk. If you try it, if you get to the hosting, you get to know what I'm talking about. So I'll be going for .ga, uniquetech.ga. I've selected it and then I'll click on checkout. Okay, so you can do some bunch of settings. You can use your own DNS, which we'll be doing later because we will be hosting with another company. Now you can select the period. You see, we have up to 12 months for free, which means that once it's 12 months, you can come back again and then renew it, or you can pay for extensions of period. So we'll be moving on. Now, this website actually require you to have an account with them, which means you need to register. Okay, so you are going to simply put your email here and then click verify email, or then you sign in with your social account like Google or your Facebook account. We'll be using an email. Here we'll be using a temporary email, so I wouldn't advise that, but if you feel that's what you want to use, then cool. Now, this temporary mail, they're actually disposable mail, which means that it will not be available for you every time. It will not be available for you every time. So I simply have one now. So I have one now. I'm going to copy it and I am going to go to our Freenom, paste the email address and then click verify. So it's like somebody already used that email address. So uh, I just need to get another one. Wow, somebody already registered with that email. So let's try another one. I think anytime you're trying to if you fill in this email address, you click verify. They're going to send you a link to your email address, which you use to fill your address details and your personal details. Now you may not want to use Nigeria address. I think for some reason I have not been able to check out a domain using Nigerian address. And another thing is that I have to make use of a VPN in order to be able to. And the VPN I'm using right here is a free VPN and which works well as a Chrome extension. When you are not in incognito mode and then you search for Ola, You see HOLA, Ola VPN, you add it to your Chrome and then you'll be good to go. Now, I'll be using a fake address. I'll be using a fake US address. So just search for fake US address, and then take this URL. Okay, so without wasting time, this is a fake basic information and also address information. Even has a fake email address. So I can simply use this email address knowing fully well that I can receive mail with this. So simply click on receive mails and then you have your emails coming to this address. So I have copied the email address. I am simply going to use it as my registration email here. So I click verify my email address and it's going to go and go and go and then come back with it. So they've sent a verification link to this email address. All I need to do is to open the email and then um, okay, so I wait for the email to come in. Okay, so I have an email here, so I simply click on it and then this is my verification link. So once I click on this link, it will take me to somewhere where I will need to fill the details as I've said. So simply enter the details in this fake. You can decide to use the name. You can decide to use your own name instead of this name since you will want to continue using this account. So company name. So you can say it's Unique Tech, and then the address. Bring down the address we copied from here. Zip code. Get our zip code here. The city. We get our city here, Portland, and the state is Venezuela. So city, and then we choose the state. You can use your phone number, but it wouldn't make sense since this is a US address and it's expecting US extension. So you can just use the email and then you create your own password. You create your password and then you click on I have read and agree to the terms and click on complete order. That's all you need to do, guys. So here we go. So it tells us that, thank you for order, blah, blah, blah. It means that we've successfully purchased our domain. You can then come to services here and then comes to my domain to confirm that you already have your domain in there. Okay, so this is our domain right here. We'll be doing some other things we need to do later. So now, once we're done with the domain, then we can go to the hosting. We can go to the hosting. Same thing with the hosting. We need to log into our account or sign up for an account if you don't have one. Okay, actually, before I sign up, I would like to show you one or two things. Okay, they said they have free unlimited web hosting. Says by okay, unlimited disk. unlimited bandwidth, 400 MySQL databases. We even have the latest PHP, MySQL version. You can have your .htt access, free domain name, you know, free subdomain name, sorry, and then your SSL, and then your DNL service. Okay, so with no further ado, so let's register. So you fill your registration details, and then you click, you create your account. So I already have an account, and I've logged into the account. If you don't have an account, there's no issue. Just create the account, and then you'll be on this landing page. So the only thing that will be different is that you won't have any account here, and I won't be making use of this. I'll create a new one so that we can see how it looks. So you click on create account, and then the domain, you click on this domain type. You make sure it's custom domain, not subdomain, custom domain. You understand? And then you should be pointing to Infinity Free Name Server before you can use it. We'll get to see that. So here we type in the domain name, which is this domain name that we have here. So we put in the domain name here with no HTTP and no slash. So we simply click search domain, and it's telling us that this domain is available, which means we can register with it. So let's go ahead and try and create a password for it. So you can create any password of your choice. I'm not a robot. Mountains, mountains, and mountains, no more mountains. So we'll click create account. Boom, we have an error. The error is that this name server is not, we are not pointing to this name server yet. So we need to go to our Freenom account, and then on the domain, we click on manage domain. Okay, we're right here. So we click on, once we click manage domain, we click on management tools, and then we come to name server. So we use custom name server instead of the original name server. So we copy this, we paste it into name server 1, and then we copy this ns2, then we paste it into name server 2, and then we click change name server. So wait for it to complete, change successfully. So it means that we can go back and then confirm it. It means that we are pointing to that domain. So we can go back to our Infinity Free and then create our password now. It should work now. So create account and just give it a while. Okay guys, after about 2 to 5 minutes, you can try again. So your account has been created with, you notice this, this is another account. Anyway, we can go to client area now. So our account details has been created. Now we have hosting accounts. So we can log in with FTP, like a FileZilla web, smart web client, and some other FTP accounts, FTP client applications. You can, log into your domain. You can log into your hosting accounts, your file manager using that. So without further ado, let's go to the control panel. Simple as that. So you will see all these notices, and then you click on approve. Boom, we have our control panel. So guys, this is the control panel. This is where you can manage your preferences. You can do with your files, you know, you can do with your database, you can do with your domain. This is where you can add some other domain or subdomain, also do a pack domains. Email, you may not have access to email because you're using a free account. So account statistics, security, where you do the SSL, we'll be talking about that. You can even change your PHP version. This is Softaculous app installer, which you can use to install WordPress and some other stuff. So without no delay, let's head to our Softaculous app. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is that I want to let you know that, you can really put something to it. So I will quickly install a WordPress into the domain. Note that, where is, this is our domain. We can check to see. So this is basic stuff that is inside. Okay, if you go to your control panel, on your control panel, you see at the top, you see online file manager. If you want to use an FTP, you can connect to your FTP using these details, and then you will be inside the file manager. Quick one, guys. If you want to upload a web application, probably you've designed an application, you want to upload it, please don't upload here, upload in the htdocs. You can delete these two files. These are the files that are currently there, which you are seeing. See, delete these two files. Those are the files you're seeing right here. So you have empty, you can then upload your application right here. But I will be heading to Softaculous in order to install my WordPress. So you click on install on WordPress, and then you fill in the options. Okay. So my blog, this. Okay, so you have an email, you have a username, admin, and then you can, I'll suggest that you leave this. This is actually cool. This is a way to secure your password, but you make sure that you have the details so you don't forget it. So I'll copy and have them in a notepad. This is my password. This is my email. This is my username, and this is the email. And then that's all. You can click install. So we wait for it to complete. So boom, we already have it completed. So now if we go to this site now, we notice that something has been installed. And then you can manage your WordPress site by using this. Okay, boom, we're in. So there will be another video that we'll be talking about how we can install a WordPress, where I'll be telling us details about some stuff that we have on WordPress. But I hope this video you are able to get how you can, I hope on this video you are able to understand how you can create and then host your website for free, including getting a domain name from freenom.com, and then hosting free from infinityfree.net. So we know about domain names and then hosting, and then the cPanel I showed us, also the Softaculous app installer, which you can use to install various applications. Now I'll be leaving some links down below this video, links which you can use to buy your domain, also purchase hosting if you want to go for premium, and link to the WhatsApp group where you get updates on more useful content like this. Please, if you are new to this YouTube channel, please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button. Like this video if you like it. If you don't like it, you can tell us what we can do in order to make it better. Thank you for watching and have a good day.